Hello, today is July the 28th, 2017, Friday. It's 11:19 a.m. East Coast time. And I'm recording myself today because every single day for years and years and years, I have been contemplating on writing a book about my experiences. I've been keeping journals since I was about 7. I don't have all of them anymore, unfortunately, but I do have them dating back as far as I think maybe 1994, 93 perhaps, up till today. The reason why I've been contemplating and not writing this book is because, number one, I'm not a writer. I'm not an author. I mean, I guess I could be, but I really don't know how to write a book per se. So what I do, I just write down, like in a journal format, my experiences. I guess you guys are wondering, what are my experiences? Yeah, my experiences. Well, my experiences are, I was born what I consider an empath. And most of you are probably saying, how do you know? How do you know you were born an empath? I mean, you're just a little bitty baby. Babies don't remember anything. Well, that may be the case, but I just know. And I remember really far back. And it's a whole different lifestyle. So if you want to learn more about it, stick around and we'll go more into detail. But yes, I was born an empath. I'm going to explain to you my meaning of what an empath is. And for some reason, I am in tune with others without even knowing it. That's the bad part. Sometimes I know, but most of the time I don't know. Unless I receive a confirmation, or unless someone happens to say, hey, I was just thinking that. How did you know I was about to say that? Or how did you know that was going on? Or how did you know? Or oh my God, whatever. Not only am I in tune with others, but I am in tune with inanimate objects. For example, television. The television could be playing, whatever, a movie's on, a commercial, whatever. And I will say something, and whatever's playing will say it after me. For example, I may say, man, I'm really tired. And then a commercial may come on and say, man, I'm really tired. Do you know that you can? Etc. Why that happens, I don't know. It happens often, every day, throughout the day. My husband is sitting there most of the time when it does happen, and I never say, hey, what? Maybe once or twice. But really, I never point it out. I mean, hey, if he didn't recognize it, why should I even bring it up? And if we do bring it up, what is to be done about that? I don't know. So I call it like a sync. I'm in sync with a lot of things, and I can feel the emotion of a lot of things like plants and animals and nature, definitely people. I am a social butterfly, but I'm a loner. So what that means is I get along very well with everyone and anyone everywhere I go. But I do try to pull myself to myself when I'm out and about, because people do have the tendency to be drawn to me. And what I mean by that, people have the tendency to come up to me and start talking to me and tell me by the time they walk away, it could be 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever. I pretty much know everything about that person's life because they told me within that conversation. And I'm usually the one, I don't say much. Or if I do, I'm more affirming good thoughts and positivity and motivation if needed, or sympathy if needed, and empathy. But it happens often. So when I say I'm a loner, like right now at home, I'm at home. You hear the house? Listen. Yeah, it's very quiet. And I like to keep my home very quiet. I mean, it just happens to be quiet because my husband and I, we don't have company. And what I mean by that is, of course, my husband, he's in the music industry. He's a music engineer. So we have, people coming in to record and things like that. But when I say company, people don't come over here to visit, to hang out with me, to kick it, because I'm so to myself. I enjoy my own company and the company of my husband as well. But I really, really enjoy my company, which means I can hang out all day by myself. And my day is still not complete because I can have so many things to do that I need to finish, and I don't know, I just have a really good time with myself. I know it sounds crazy, but I do. I enjoy my company, and I keep myself very busy throughout the day. So basically being empath, which people call empath, and also there's other things as well. I am what I would call intuitive. I pick up a lot by visions and dreams and intuition. This is something that I never really talked about until 2012 because of major mystical, I would say spiritual happenings in my life. And so then I went online, I made a fictitious name, and I went and joined a group, I think, and I've made a page on Facebook, just to kind of get connected to other people with the same experiences, or people that can understand where I'm coming from a little bit better, because I noticed growing up, I never talked to anyone about it. Only because I think as I started to open up, maybe around the age of 10 or 11, maybe 9 actually, I began to recognize that other people, that what I was experiencing, my life, my experiences, my everyday interaction was completely different. So when I went to share that with others, being maybe a friend, a parent, family member, they did not perceive or understand, or maybe I felt as if there was something wrong with me from the reaction that I got back from them. So I learned at a very early age to keep all of that stuff to myself and just to interact with my, what I call spiritual or unseen to others but seen to me world. And what I mean by that are orbs, which we can talk about later. Also, messages that I receive, things that I know that I don't know, if that makes sense. There's so much, but it feels so comfortable to me. So that's the important thing. It feels great to me. And I have a lot of things to share. And I just want to kind of come out a little bit, let you guys know about what I'm thinking. Perhaps you guys are feeling the same exact way. There is so much more. We haven't even begun yet. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. But there is so much more to come, so stay tuned for me, my experience. Thank you.